welcome back to Clone Talks with Tatiana. I am so appreciative for y'all coming back and checking out the fourth episode of Clone Talks. I am so grateful, so appreciative, so thankful for y'all to checking out the previous episodes. And if you haven't, I would really ask that y'all go and check out those episodes. Click the like, click the subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you need to do. I would be forever grateful. Thank y'all for coming in to the podcast. So let's just get straight into it. Today's episode is going to be directly to women, about women, for women. Pretty much I'm going to be speaking about women, and a lot of men love when I do this. I just wanted to make sure that I say this. I hope y'all feel the same way when I get on y'all butt in the next episode, next Friday. Okay? So don't be in my comments disrespecting women or doing above and beyond based off the things that I'm going to say, because some of those things that I'm going to say, y'all have been trying to tell women for a long time and they don't listen. I get it. But this is not a safe space for men to disrespect women, okay? I just wanted to get that out the door. But to the women, y'all might have a hard time listening to some of the things that I'm going to say. None of this is scripted. If you ever see me looking down, it's because I have notes, but everything I say is free flowing and God is going to be speaking through me. So get your popcorn, get prepared, because some of y'all are going to be offended and I'm going to be called a pick me, and that is okay. And I don't even know what I'm going to say yet, but I already know it's going to be triggery. So just be aware. So get prepared for this episode and let's get started in a few seconds. Okay? Bye. All right, so let's just get straight into it. So the first topic is going to be the spiritual reasoning and who we are at the core as women, because I don't think a lot of women realize their power, and I don't think a lot of women realize that your power comes from silence and not from control. A lot of the things that women go through is due to the lack of spiritual growth and the lack of spiritual relationships with the Creator. A lot of the things that women complain about, a lot of the things that women go through, a lot of the things that y'all are trying to fight for in the government would naturally come to you and would naturally solve itself if you had a spiritual relationship. You are more than your body. You are more than your breast, your butt, your emotions, your money, the way that a man talks to you. You are legit a spiritual being in a feminine body. You was legit picked to be a feminine energy. You was legit picked to walk a feminine pathway. You were not picked to live masculine because the world told you to, or you got to pay bills. You don't have to do that. You can live in a feminine way and still get everything that you need if you have a relationship with the Creator. And that is the main issue. A lot of women don't realize that your emotions is your God and the world is your God. When y'all wake up in the morning, your mind tells you what you need to do and how fast you need to do it, and y'all live according to that. Whenever y'all are in relationships and you're dealing with a man, a lot of women don't realize that before y'all get active with a man, you are more logical and you're more balanced. Once you have intercourse and once you become a dependent of a man in a relationship, your emotions take control. And a lot of women don't realize that your emotions is dictating your life, not God. When y'all wake up in the morning, y'all don't give your mind a second to awaken and get registered and then you go talk to God. Your mind talks to you. You go to the bathroom, you start putting on, I don't know your routine, but like y'all do things based off what your mind is telling you. Y'all pick men based off what your mind is telling you. And if y'all disconnected from your mind and you connected to God, y'all wouldn't have no issues. It wouldn't matter what they're doing in the government because your life independently will be set by God and God will be leading you in the way that you should go. It's like you got a highway, right? And detours happen. If God was in control of your life and not your emotions, God would be able to lead you to the correct detour to avoid what the world is trying to put you through and put you in. A lot of women are living a human life. Some of y'all are Christians. A lot of y'all are living based off your flesh. Your flesh is your emotions. Your emotions is dictated by how people talk to you out in public. A lot of my black women, I be seeing videos on social media, and y'all generally think that it is okay to try to fight people over what your emotions is telling you. Well, they disrespect me. It doesn't matter. Why is your emotion so fragile to what they gotta say? And that is the issue. We are spiritual beings first. We are connected to God first. God legit created us to create the world. The world would not be here without women. It would not be here without women. Everything that is happening in America is due to the responses of women. Women don't want to take that accountability. Y'all don't realize that there is a spiritual world and there's a physical world. And the physical world is the one that y'all live in every single day. Y'all wake up, y'all get on social media, y'all play music, y'all get ready to go do hookah. I don't know what y'all worldly women do, because I don't do those things. But, excuse me. But y'all do everything worldly, but y'all are not connected spiritually. I see females get on TikTok and they be trying to make in front of the spiritual girlies, talk about their crystals and their sage. At least they're connected. At least they're making an effort. At least they're making an effort. And every day you wake up and everything negative that pops up in your mind, you push it down by drinking, smoking, going, hanging out with friends, going stripping, doing whatever you do. Half of the things that you go through is due to your lack of spirituality and your lack of relationship with God. Just because you go to church does not mean that you have a relationship with God. I seen one girl, she was out at the club, and then she had on some shorts on TikTok, and she was like, well, at least I'm gonna make it to church. While that's true, at least you're gonna make it, is with the wrong intent. Wrong intent. Y'all be legit playing with God. Whenever I be posting my content, a lot of women will say, well, don't put God in this. Don't include God in that. Why isn't God included in the good, bad, ugly? Why is not God included in everything you do in your life? Why not? I genuinely want to know, why don't y'all include God in everything you do? Y'all only pick and choose when you include God. And I get that comment a lot. Well, you don't include God in this. God got something to do with everything. That is why the situation's happening, because God is not there. If there is something negative going on, it's because God is nowhere in play. God is nowhere in play. And if God is in play, it is a lesson for you. That could be also very much true. Very much true. Even when bad situations happen, oh God, why did that happen? It's a lesson. A lot of women don't want to accept that fact that it is a lesson. Everything negative that happens to you is either a blessing or a lesson. That's not a cliche. That is real life. See, y'all be trying to deal with God based off how the world told you God, how you should come to God. The world has legit told y'all either there is no God, that's mind-blowing, or you must be a Christian and you must walk this way, or you must be a Muslim and you walk this way, or whatever it is. There is no one direct path to the Creator. You have to figure out what is the, like, I've always used this example, but it's like a tree, right? Think about one of those big, overgrown, developed trees, and it got nothing but strong branches. Each one of those branches represent the different religions. God is the tree trunk. God is the formation. God is the foundation. And off of God comes many different forms of God, many different directions of God, because God is nothing but an energy, first of all. God is nothing but an energy. God is not a man in the sky. God is not some man that's going to come and save you. Nobody's coming to save y'all. You're going to have to save yourself. And y'all have to stop going to everybody else, letting them tell y'all how you should come to God. Y'all can't be telling God how to work. Women, y'all are only willing to accept God's words if it comes to you in a friendly manner. Even with my content, people say, oh, well, why are you talking like that? Because I'm talking like that. And that is also how you know that a woman is being controlled by her mind and her emotion, and she is not logical and balanced. Because if you're only willing to receive a message, if somebody's talking to you all friendly and comfortable, that means that your mind is not willing to hear anything outside of comfortability. God doesn't give you comfortability when God's trying to make you grow. God makes you go through things. God makes you stretch. You're going to have to be open to receiving a message, even when your mind got an attitude, even when your mind says, I'm broke or I don't have this. It does not matter. God is not a logical being. God does not work with logic. That is a human formation. That is a human technicality. Y'all can't, women, y'all can't treat God how y'all treat these human men. Y'all can't dictate God's behavior. Y'all can't dictate God's language, because God will shut down and let anything negative happen to you. Either you're going to allow God to roam freely in your life, or you're going to dictate and you're going to have a horrible experience, and you're going to keep going through the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I be finding it mind-blowing when I see women just having baby after baby, and it's like, have you contacted God? Have you communicated with God? But it also makes me realize that a lot of y'all really don't have a relationship. Like, y'all don't deal with God. I really think a lot of people just wake up every day, and because y'all can't see God or you can't feel God, y'all act like God is not existent. Like, subconsciously you was taught, oh, the Bible, the church, whatever religion, but your mind generally does not believe in it because you're not walking in it. Because a mind that is not led to God is going to act like God is not even there. Your mind is an organ. Your mind can only do what you allow it to do over time. And over time, your mind can become stronger than you because it is also a muscle. So if you have allowed your mind time after time after time to pick a certain type of man, your mind is going to pick that man continuously. If you allow your mind to pick out the type of TV shows you watch, you're going to attract those type of situations that your mind is viewing over time. The type of TV shows you watch is a reflection of what your mind wants in your daily experience and who you should attract in your daily experience. And women just don't realize that. Women don't realize that you don't have to use your vagina to get a man's attention. A lot of women don't realize that you don't have to walk around half naked to show that you're proud of yourself. Because any actions that you take out here in the physical world is a reflection of your mind. Because your mind gives off actions. You are just the being inside of the body having the experience with your mind. Your mind tells you what to feel based off of the emotions that it is feeling. If your mind is insecure, it tells you to be half naked. I do not care what you got to say. That's not God. How are you saying, oh, well, I love God, but I'm showing myself off to the whole world? Oh, I love myself, but I'm going to get plastic surgery. So you're telling God, screw you. What you did was not good enough. Okay. So who comes first? Who is leading you in your life? Who's helping you in your life? Every day y'all wake up trying to be a good mother. Why do you have to try when you can just be? You can just be. A lot of the struggles that mothers go through is due to the lack of relationship with your children. I mean, the lack of relationship with God, which will lead you to a better relationship with your children. Oh, God, I don't know what to do with my child, my son this, my son that. You should have been talking to God from the day one. You should have been having God as your leader from day one. Anything negative, go bad. You don't have to figure that out. Go and talk to God about it, and God will send you a sign and a direction. How y'all be going to y'all girlfriends and having them group chats, y'all should be having a conversation with God. I be wondering that too. Like, y'all got so much time to have these big old groups of friends, and y'all got time to go on these trips, but y'all don't have a relationship with God like that. It's like y'all are too friendly out here in the world. It's too friendly. I don't like people like that, because I don't need people. It's me and God. It's like when you truly have a relationship with God, nobody else will even be needed in your life because you don't have time for it. But I just wanted to get a little tips on that. Sorry, y'all. I just wanted to give a little tips on the little spiritual aspect of women. And we're going to head into the next topic right about now. All right. So on this next topic, I wanted to talk to y'all about just women as mothers and wives. I'm going to try to keep it separate, but sometimes it clashes together. So we're going to just work through it. Okay. But no, I see a lot of women who complain about being mothers, and it's so frustrating me because you made a choice. You made a choice to have intercourse. You made a choice to keep the baby. You made a choice to give birth to the baby. And then you made a choice not to give the baby up for adoption, even though I know the system is not a good system, but this is the point. Now, I don't believe in abortions. I personally don't. If you end up pregnant, that is the child that God wanted you to have, so you need to have it. I'm about to talk about that topic a whole nother time. But yeah, need to have it. And then, women will sometimes get into situations where the man say that they don't want the baby, so they tell the woman to have an abortion, and she don't. The women either trap the man with the baby and he just totally walks away, or the man was there. He told her he loved her. He wanted to be with her, and then he left when the situation was not fitting. So that puts me in the position of the mindset of that y'all was never thinking about yourself. Your mind was doing things based off of the man. You was making choices based off the man. And a lot of women will say, well, I'm an independent woman, but based off y'all decisions, you're not, because y'all are dependent on the man, and the choices that you choose to make was based off the man. I can't stand a woman who complains about having to wake up in the morning and take care of the kids. Whenever the baby daddy don't do what you want to do, you try to make a Facebook post or whatever, and y'all talk about, oh, well, I do this for the baby, I do that for... You chose to stay. You chose to be the parent. Well, I didn't make the baby by myself, but you made an independent choice to take the risk of having a baby with this man. You took a risk of having a baby with this man. And if you would have slowed down and looked at his red flags, you wouldn't have had a baby with him in the first place. But y'all don't want to talk about that. But when you choose to have intercourse and you choose to get pregnant because you're taking a risk when you have intercourse, that means that you're willing to take any risk that comes after that. You don't get to dictate what happens after a choice. You just get to dictate what you want to do with those choices that you have been given after you take an action. The world has made it so normal to just walk around having intercourse with people because your body's telling you to, or you like this person, when legit you are having intercourse with a purpose. That's what it was originally made for a purpose. There is no purpose with women. There is no reason behind y'all's decisions because, like I said at the beginning, y'all are moving emotional. Y'all's minds are dictating y'all life. Y'all's mind is leading y'all, because the moment that an attractive man walks in your face and he triggers your mind, which is a sign that he's not from God, because any man that God sends to you will not emotionally trigger you in that manner. It will be a situation of godliness. Not the church godliness, but like a wholesome situation where, like, you was at the club, you was just somewhere out at the store. A man of God is never going to automatically just trigger your sexual appetite. That is very much the devil. But anyway, when that man walks up to you and you're an unconscious woman, which means is that you're in the back seat and your mind is in the front seat, and your mind finds him attractive, immediately logic goes out the door. And let's not talk about after you have intercourse with them. Your logic immediately goes out the door. Which goes into the conversation of, you need to have a relationship with God. You must go to the Creator and have a relationship. Every time you walk out the house, you should be having the Creator and your spiritual team with you. Y'all, help me be aware. Help me be aware of anybody that's trying to walk into my life and distract me. When your mind is saying, oh, he's cute, you'll be able to say, no, baby, we're okay. He's not. You're doing too much talking. But a lot of women don't want to hear that. A lot of women want to play like the victim. A lot of women want to sit back and say, oh, well, he got me pregnant. No, you chose to have intercourse. He left me with this baby. There's options. If you don't want to be a baby mama, there's options. First of all, if you know that you're not willing to take any negative outcomes that it comes with having a baby, don't have intercourse. That's the first step. That's the first step. If you don't want to be a baby mama, don't have kids. Don't have intercourse. Just don't. Because what are you having intercourse for? Just for the feeling? Well, unfortunately, that's not how things work, because there's a responsive action unless you're wearing protection. But if God wants to teach you a lesson, that will not change the plan. If something is really supposed to happen with God, it's going to happen no matter what. Which is why you just don't have intercourse. Stop complaining about being a mother when you chose to have intercourse. You chose to keep the baby. You chose it. Oh, well, people love to talk about wives, right? Who have to divorce their husbands and things like that. And now you're a single mother and now he's not helping you with nothing. Once again, when y'all chose to separate ways, right? Did you ask him, do you want to take care of these kids? Did he say yes, no? Cool. You chose to automatically, subconsciously say, no, these are my kids, which a mother should do. And you took your kids and left. What are you complaining about? You chose to make a choice. You don't get to dictate what he does. Now, in America, they have given y'all this mindset that y'all can take them to court and make them pay child support and da. That's not going to make a man do anything. People have free will, and God moves off free will. He don't have to do anything. And his judgment is up to God. It's not up to you to break his cars or to expose him on social media or to continuously take him to court, because all you're trying to do is force him to do what you want him to do. You're behaving like a control freak. You're trying to force him to do what you want him to do, which I never understood. You want me to force a grown man by court system to pay child support? I don't force no grown person to do nothing. If you're not doing it on your own, baby, it's not my fight. It's not my fight. This man will be blatantly showing you that he's not a good father. He don't call his kids. He don't send no money for his kids. He don't do nothing. But you're going to take him to court to make him see the kids. That makes no sense. You're going to take him to court to try to make him pay what? $200, $400, $500. When you could have just went to God and say, God, okay, cool. He don't want to play a part. How are we going to do this? And that is how you know a lot of women are not moving off of God, and y'all are moving off your mind and what your mind thinks you should do. And the human female mind has been taught child support. You force. Oh, well, he ain't going to take care of my kids. This is what the mind would tell you to do, right? Oh, so he ain't going to take care of my kids. I'm going to make him. I'm going to make him. I'm not making him do nothing. He's not my child. I'm not finna act like your mama. But I'm not finna use these white people's system for nothing. Unless it's for my benefit when it's one of them. I'm gonna use their system for their own people. But you get what I'm saying? I'm not. It's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing how women get married to men for material gain. It's mind-blowing. Now, with the whole trend of, oh, well, I married this man and I want to be a housewife, that is fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. But you also must realize that y'all are getting married and y'all are putting y'all hands on the Bible. If y'all believe in the Bible, because I'm spiritual, but if y'all believe in the Bible, you're putting your hands on the Bible and you're telling God you're going to do one thing, but you're putting the human people in charge of it. You're counteracting what you're doing. You are going to God, but you're also going to a system. and saying, marry me. And if he don't do what I want him to do, oh, now I can get divorced. That's no, no, no. And a lot of y'all women, y'all only got married to these men based off stipulations. It's not because it was an equal agreement to fully accept each other as y'all are. It was based off what he can do for you, how long he can do it, and when he can do it. Which is mind-blowing. Which is why, like, so personally, I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in man-made marriage. So, like, say if I'm with this person, right? And we want to be together and we want that commitment, we're going to go to God and God only. I don't need to go to nobody else for approval because I'm not counteracting with God, what I'm doing with God. I don't need your certificate to tell me that we're married. I'm not going to be paying you no fees. I'm not going to be putting money in the midst of my marriage. I'm not going to be holding money over my marriage. It is 2024. I'm very aware a woman should have her own money despite her being married. We are not in the 1800s and all of that. It's 2024. You should know that you have your own money no matter who you're dealing with. You should never be dealing with a man and allowing him solely to take care of you. What if something happened to him? And that is a part of the issue too. A lot of women don't realize that y'all don't know y'all role and y'all position as women. Y'all's role and position as women, mothers, is to legit sit in the back seat and play the caregiver until it's time for you to bust a move. You are supposed to sit in the back seat and let the man be the man until it's time for you to roll up and be the female who takes over all when she breathes fire. A real queen is never really seen. A real queen only speaks when her husband cannot take care of it and it requires that feminine energy. But in America, they have taught y'all that you are now the man. You are more capable than the man. You are more valuable than the man. So y'all play the man role. And when a man pop up, y'all will tell him he don't know what he talking about. Women generally think that they know more than men. And the things that y'all know is based off what they have taught you in their system. You're not a man. You don't have the logic that they have. No matter what y'all want to say, you're a woman. Your mind is always emotional first, and you have to become conscious of your emotions to become clear-headed. Which is why women have so many more attachments to men after intercourse, because you are now emotional. They've triggered everything emotional in you. You was logical before. A man will legit come and tell you his feelings, and women will say, well, no, you're not. You don't feel that way. How are you gonna tell me what I'm feeling? Oh, y'all wanna know something? The conversation of when the man get home, he's supposed to just go and get the baby and pick up the baby and help the mother. No, he's not. Why is you flying? You freaking... No, it's not. Oh, being a housewife is hard. Being a mom is hard because you really didn't want to be one. Because you really didn't want that job. You're doing it based off of emotions. When you're doing anything based off your emotions, it's going to be hard. When you're doing it from love and alignment and truth, it's never hard. It's never hard. Even if your body is exhausted, if that is what you truly wanted to do, baby, that's nothing. Yes, I'm exhausted, but I love at the same time. Because when you really love something, you're doing something for love, it is sometimes exhausting. We got a human body. Okay, Tatiana. Gotta play devil's advocate. Like, because y'all so... But... Seeking that. My last... Oh, not. Let me not say that. But yeah. Y'all don't realize that. No. All you've been doing is sitting around the house. Why is the house dirty? Why don't you have a schedule for yourself? Girl, you have to sit at home. Your brain is not in a structured format all day. This man had been at work for 26 hours. How many hours he worked? Mind blowing. He been at work around these people. He needs a second to readjust himself to be able to be around y'all. You want him to come straight in the house, put all of that dirty smell on you. Give him a second to regulate. Women act like men are not human either. Y'all act like men are not human at all. And you want to know something? Back to mothers, right? I be thinking about like all of the things that women be complaining about men. And I'm like, God created us to give birth to those people, right? And y'all let us say, well, I'm a single mother. There's no man in the household. Okay, cool. So if there's no man in the household, you was a single mother and your son grew up without discipline, without any true respect for men, and you was gone all day working. How do y'all expect these men to learn those things if there's nobody creating programs, if there's nobody teaching them, if there's nobody supporting them, leading in that way? Because when it comes to girls are more attentive. You have to be more attentive. So you have to teach them little things. And there are some things that y'all are not even teaching your daughters. But when it comes to girls, they naturally learn things. But when it comes to boys, you have to put intent, purpose with them. You can't just assume that they're learning it because they learn from logic, means hands-on lessons. So if y'all are not teaching them how to respect women, if y'all are not teaching them how to have discipline, how are y'all going to complain about the grown men that are out today? Oh, well, I raised my child. I did my best. Well, based off their actions, you did not. And people love being a people pleaser. I'm not a people pleaser. Just because you think you did a good job, you have to look at the actions of the person, the outcome of the product. Your child is your product. Don't care what nobody got to say. Your child is your product. Like a business owner has the business. The business is their product. And if it fails, when it comes to business, if it fails, that's a reflection off on the owner. If your child becomes a crackhead, that's because of you and something that you missed out, something that you was not paying attention to in your child. Something happened to your child and you didn't recognize their emotional changes. You was looking at your child as a grown adult instead of an independent person. That's part of the issue, especially with women and boys. Y'all treat y'all sons like y'all husbands. Y'all treat y'all sons like y'all boyfriends, or y'all treat them as if they're your daughters. Whenever y'all are disciplining them, y'all shut down all of the masculinity in them because you break them down because you're trying to control them. Women have a control issue, especially black women. Y'all have a control issue. How you discipline your daughter, you cannot discipline your son. This is a boy. Which is how I know that a lot of women are not raising their children consciously, meaning separately from their emotion, because 9 times out of 10, your children are more emotional. If a young boy is dating a girl and he's arguing with her, he's a reflection of his mother. Bickering. He felt like he had to go back and forth with her. Because when your son was trying to communicate with you when he was younger, you would shut him down. And the only way that he was able to communicate with you was by bickering at you, going back and forth with you. But mothers don't want to accept that fact that y'all are the issue in your children's lives. I don't want to talk about the fact that y'all are letting y'all boys bend over and twerk, like the things that y'all are letting y'all boys do. And y'all don't understand that y'all are leading y'all kids in the wrong way. And y'all are going to be judged horribly. Y'all are going to be judged. God is going to judge y'all harshly for not doing what you needed to do to be a better mother. Because every time I hear one of y'all talk, well, I did my best based off your standards. But have you asked God, how did you do? Did you ask your child, how did you do? A lot of y'all are, even on TikTok right now, right? Everybody's talking about the school, first day to school, right? And I'm like, why are y'all showing them outfits off? They should be focused on how good they're going to do in school. What is their plan on what is the best grade that they're going to have by the end of the year? What are some of the things that they struggled with in the previous years that they should have been working on this current year coming up? Why are y'all letting y'all girls twerk? Why, like, the things that mother allows is the issue. Even with the conversation of little girls not wearing short shorts around grown men, well, the men shouldn't be looking at them. They should wear wherever they want. That is why y'all girls have no morals and no values. Y'all lack discipline. Y'all are letting y'all girls walk around, act like grown women, but then y'all break y'all boys down. Your boys have to feel powerful by going out there in the street and harming another young black man because in his household, he don't feel powerful. The women have way more power than him. But let me just stop that conversation right there. Like, I also want to talk about this too, right? A lot of women try to make men responsible for their feelings and their bodies when nobody's responsible for you. Nobody's responsible for you. It's so frustrating how women these days have really followed what the world has told them to do. The world has legit told y'all to behave like prostitutes. The world has legit told y'all to act like men, have no morals, have no values. Showing your body is okay. Being a side chick is okay. Having a sponsor is okay. And it's like, y'all think it's cute. Y'all think going to get plastic surgery is okay. Every day y'all are smacking God in the face. Every single day. Every single day y'all are telling God you don't care. You're disrespecting. Y'all are watching y'all boyfriends, cousins, friends ride around with guns harming other young black men, and y'all support it. Black mothers period, are watching their boys do things that they should not be doing. Y'all are legit walking in courtrooms time after time and time again to see your son. Y'all are choosing to become mothers and y'all are not disciplining your children. Can't nobody tell a woman nothing because as soon as you tell a woman something, oh, you're being violent towards me. Oh, you're being misogynistic. Nobody's here to please y'all's feelings. There are going to be people who disagree with women. There are going to be people who don't like y'all behavior. Who are y'all to shut them down because you don't like what they're saying? It's mind-blowing the things that women think is okay. Y'all are the issue. Y'all are the ones birthing these children. Y'all are the ones disciplining these children. Y'all are the ones teaching these children. And clearly the children don't know nothing. They don't want to do nothing. And who is the fault? Y'all can't continue to blame a man when the man is not there. I don't understand that mindset. How am I going to blame a missing piece that's not there? When that child become a basketball player, oh, well, that was all me. Oh, but when he become a crackhead, oh, that had nothing to do with me. That's his father's fault. I'm the only one in their life every day, all day. So they're taking in everything that I'm putting them in or I'm putting them around. And that is how I know that a lot of y'all are not living intently, presently in the moment. Y'all just wake up every day and y'all go through the motions, but y'all are not actually teaching y'all kids and y'all boys and girls nothing. Y'all are not putting nothing within them. Y'all are not teaching the boys how to be disciplined. Y'all are not teaching the boys how to love themselves, how to treat women. Because you're too busy trying to work 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 hours to provide a material lifestyle. Because America has told y'all, we got to have this picture perfect life. You have to have a shiny house, shiny cars. Y'all kids got the nicest clothes for the first day of school, but your kids ain't got no morals and no values. Your kids don't love themselves. Your kids pride on having material items. Y'all kids do not want to go to school unless they have material items on. Your kid will walk into school and feel less of themselves if they didn't have a certain type of clothing. It's mind-blowing. And then when you try to come and speak to women, oh, what are you catching an attitude for? Y'all are women say that they're independent. Women say, oh, well, we're making more money than men. So if y'all got so much power, why is the world going in the direction that it's going? It's not getting better. It's not getting better. It's not. And nobody is saying it. But I'm the issue. I'm the issue because I bring it up. Unfortunately, God has given me a big mouth, and this is what I needed to say. Okay. But y'all, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. I really do appreciate y'all for watching this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still getting used to this whole little setup thingy. So just make sure y'all leave a comment. Let me know how good I'm doing. Let me know any insights, any topics. I do plan on talking about the men next week. My dear lovelies, I love y'all. But yeah, so just make sure y'all stay tuned. Go check out the previous episodes. Also, I will be accepting a few new clients for my spiritual coaching. So if you're looking for like a spiritual guide or someone to just support you along your journey, make sure y'all stay tuned for that information. I will also have a certain type of service where I can just listen to anything that you want to say. So just stay tuned for that. Thank y'all again. I love y'all. See y'all later.